your goals. What are your goals? Because a lot of the times actually we set up goals and then we just drift with it. We tend to just go with the flow, right? Has anybody of you heard of somebody say, yeah, I'm just going with the flow. I'm just doing what I can. I'm just going with the flow. That's the kind of individual that maybe doesn't have a goal. He really doesn't have a goal. He's just waiting for life to happen for him. All right, awesome. Welcome back, everybody, to our channel, Through Failing Success. We come out to you twice a week nowadays, okay? We committed, okay? I want you to see the level of commitment, okay, that we have as a channel, okay? Myself and my team, we want to commit to you and bring valuable content to you. So now we come out twice a week to you. And so that is a level of commitment, and I'm going to get into that in just a bit, okay? But I got a question not too long ago. There was a question that was asked for myself. Hey, Marcelino, what's the difference between this goal and then that goal? If I know that I want to achieve this type of goal, what is the difference? If I want to achieve that goal, I know that I can't get it, but is that really a goal? So that's what I want to dive in today, because that really caught my attention when I was asked that question. I just broke it down into 3 pieces. The goals that I want to talk to you about, it just goes in through 3 different levels. It goes into A, B, and C, okay? It goes in that order, A, B, and C. A goal is a goal that you know that you're going to get it no matter what. There's not going to be any stretch. There's not going to be any stretch. You know you're going to get it. That goal is going to be there no matter what. It's not going to require you to be any different than what you already are. It's almost like saying, you know what, I want to get a new car. I want to get a cell phone by the end of the year. I want to get a new car. Great. Okay, that's a goal, but that's a goal, okay? Achievable goal. Something that you're going to be able to achieve. That is an achievable goal. That's why it's an A goal, okay? It's the first on the line. It's something that everybody can get. Okay, I want to have kids. Okay, great. You know you can get that unless you know something that you personally have developed that will not allow you to have children. But the point is that you know that you can get that. To have the commitment of having a car, you're gonna get it no matter what. It's achievable. That's why it's the A goal. It's the first of the line. By the way, when you are in school, if you're an A student, they praise you for that. They tell you, you know what? Great. You're an A+ student. Okay, that is society. And I want you to really be present to that, because I'm the kind of individual that is not against school. I totally believe that you ought to get an education, especially when it comes to just becoming a doctor. I'm not gonna let anybody do a procedure and one of my family members or myself. If that person says, hey, I want to become a doctor, but I've never been to school, but I think that I can get it done. That's not the way it works. You got to have some level of education for that. If you want to become a lawyer, okay, a dentist, there's got to be an education that you got to go through. So I'm a big believer on that. However, when you're in school, when you're in high school, they say, hey, you're an A+ student. Great, yay, good job. You're in honor roll. You got the president's roll. Great, A student, okay. In life, in the real world, okay, if you're in A goal, okay, A student, achievable. I know I can do it no matter what. I'm gonna get it done. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, great, beautiful for you. Okay, I'm gonna get a car, I'm gonna get a cell phone. Great, you know you can get that. Okay, so that's the first goal. The second goal is gonna be the B goal, is something that you know you can do, not something that you know you're gonna be able to get. Okay, but this is something that you're going to be able to, that you can do. And the B goal is going to be the type of believable goal. Okay, I believe that I can get it. Okay, perfect example is my wife and I, we have expenses that we got to manage. Okay, and in order for us to get to buy our next piece of real estate, there's got to be some adjustments that we must make in order for us to get to that goal. Okay, so what do we got to do? Okay, we got to put X, Y, and Z. Okay, we got to put this in order. We got to put that in order. We got to put this in order. Okay, are we good on that? Yes. Are you going to be okay with that? Yeah, sure, totally, perfect, great. That's what we got to do. Perfect. In order for us to get to that, we know that we can do that. We know that if we put our strategic mind into achieving that goal, and we believe, by the way, that we can get it done. There's no doubt. Yeah, definitely. I can get that done. Oh, great. Yeah, perfect. Definitely. I can totally do that. That is the type of B goal. Okay. You believe it. You believe that you can get that goal. Not a lot of people. And the A goal, by the way, it's you're going to have 90% of the people, 95% of the society telling you that that's what they want to do. When it comes to the B goal, you're probably not going to have that part of the 95% of the crowd. You may have about 50% of that crowd, okay? Because most of them fall between the cracks. They don't believe that they can get it done because somebody told them that they can't do it. A neighbor, a friend, a family member, whoever that is, they told them, you know what, are you crazy? No, there's no way you can get that. So they stop believing, okay? So they don't get to the B goal. So that is the B goal. But now, the third type of goal, this is the one that if you can get into this goal, you can really live in the space of fantasy. This is the goal where, man, if you are married or if you have, a partner that you live with, this is the goal that inspires you, okay? This is the goal that you say, this is a fantasy. I was just talking to my wife the other day and I said, hey, so what are we gonna do when we move to Florida? We got plans of moving out to Florida in a year. The time of recording this video is 2023. 2024, we're not gonna be in California. We're gonna be out in Florida. So I said, hey, what's your goal? Well, I wanna have a house in front of the waterfront home, and I wanna have a beach house. I said, babe, talk to me dirty, okay? And I mean that with all sincere. It's just, man, talk to me dirty. There you go. That's the way that I like to talk about. Talk to me about some fantasies that you have there, because those fantasies is really what's missing in society. And I really want you to be present to that, because we grew up in an environment, okay, with friends, family. We really believe that there's really nothing else that we can achieve. We think that everything that we have, that's it. That's all we got. We're never gonna be anybody better than that. We really believe in that, okay? And believe me, I still think of that, and I can guarantee you, okay, if you hear Tony Robbins, okay, which is one of my greatest, my all-time coach, okay, I give it all praise to Tony Robbins, because Tony Robbins, he didn't change my life. He helped me get the tools that I needed to get in order for me to take action into changing my life, okay? Because he could have given me all the tools that I really wanted, but if I didn't take action on it, how could I take action if I didn't know the steps that I needed to take? How could I know the type of mentality, the type of mindset that I had at that specific moment in my life? Tony Robbins was not part of my life. So he helped me from where I was to drift me to where I really wanted to get. And ultimately, that is the purpose of this channel, by the way, okay? That is the purpose of this channel, in order for us to bring you content and to really guide you through that process. By the way, if you believe that there's something of value, I want you to put it in the chat. I want you to put it in the chat, write it down, because the chat's gonna be down below. And I really want you to tell us, what's the one thing that has driven you from where you were to not where you want to be ultimately, but that one step, that one shift, okay? It just takes that one word, okay, that one individual, that one example, in order for you to get to the next step. It's like a ladder, right? Think about it like this. You're going up on a ladder, okay? If you can picture a person, just going up on a ladder, okay, there's a step that you must take. And then after that step, you got to take another step. And then that step is going to get you to the next step, and then to the other step, and eventually to where you want to get in order for you to change the light bulb, maybe put the nail in when you're putting out the hammer. This is really ultimately the content that we're bringing you. Is really giving you that step, okay? It's giving you that step, one step closer to get you to where you ultimately. That's going to be the C type of goal. It's going to be that one goal where you have a fantasy. You got to put your mind, okay, you got to put it out to work. Abraham Lincoln once said, you know what? The hardest thing to do is thinking. The hardest thing to do is thinking, which is why really nobody else does it, which is why not a lot of people do it, okay? Thinking to yourself, not how. Okay? Remember, I'm a big advocate not focusing on how am I going to do it. I'm a big advocate on why do I want to do it? Why do I want to do it? Okay? We got to start from the end in mind. Okay? The end in mind is says, why do I got to do it? What do I need to do? And then eventually, how do I need to do it? So rather than starting from number 1, 2, and 3, which is what most people do, how do I want to do it? What do I need to do? Why do I need to do it? Okay, you gotta reverse that. You gotta put that in a different order. It cannot be how. It's gotta be, why do I want to do it? What do I need to do? Then eventually the how is gonna come in later. You cannot worry about the how you're gonna do it, because if you get stuck in the how, okay, you're gonna get stuck in complexity. Okay, complexity is the mother of execution. The harder I make it, the harder it's gonna be, the less I'm gonna take action. The easier I do it, okay, the more I'm gonna take action, okay, the easier it's gonna become for me to do it. So that's what I really want you to be present. And that's what the C type of goal is. It requires fantasy. It requires thinking. It requires you to step out of your comfort zone. Even if it's that number that you think that you can achieve. By the way, I got this one great book. Okay, I'm literally pouring out my heart to you in this video. Okay, if you can tell, I just can't stay really in line. By the way, there's no script here. There's no, telemonitor, me that I gotta follow. I gotta maybe just a note here and there that, it just allows me to keep in track. But I tend to, stay off track because there's so much value that I just want to bring out to you. And I really do that from the heart. I really do it from the heart because I really care about you. I'm hoping that I can get that one individual, if I can catch you right there on camera, if I can get you, especially if you were in the military, if you served in the military, and there's so many things that you think to yourself that there's no way out for me, I can't do this. There's that one thing that it's just not allowing me. If I can catch you, if I can get to you, let me tell you, there's something, okay, greater that is calling you. There's something greater, and I'm hoping that I can get to you at that specific moment where you're going down in life, that I can catch you right here, not allow you to go right here, but that I can allow you, if I can catch you here and sort of be that bridge to get you to the other side, so that therefore it'll be easier on the way up. That's what I'm looking for. You don't have to be in the military. You don't have to be, you don't have to be a dad. You don't have to be 38 years old. You don't have to be 30 years old. You don't have to be 40, 50, 20. It's whatever stage you are in life. That's the one individual that I'm hoping to get, and I'm sure I'm gonna get to you, but I hope that I can get to you. But what I was trying to say is that there's this one book, okay, that I really want you to read. It's called the 10X Rule, and it was written by Grant Cardone many years ago. But the 10X Rule says, if there's a goal that you want to achieve in life, a goal, okay, A, it's achievable, you can get it. B, believable, you believe that you can get it. C is going to be that fantasy goal. It's a 10X rule. Okay, you set the goal 10 times harder, okay, than you would actually get it. Because if you set it to where you know you can achieve it, you're going to get the car, boom, I'm linear. But if I can get it 10X, you know what? I'm going to own a car dealership. I'm going to own a car dealership within the next 3 years. Your mind starts thinking, wow, I can't do that. There's no way I can do that. We lie to ourselves so many times in our lives. So why can't you lie to yourself in this specific moment for your sake? Okay, for the family that you have behind you, that believe in you, that you can get it. If you can get that goal 10X more, instead of one car, you know what? I'm going to own a car dealership. Even if you get halfway through it, okay, you are way better off than if you would have been just getting that one car. It's not about achieving the 10X goal. It's about getting a little bit better than you would have if you would have achieved that one car. Maybe I don't have one car. Maybe I don't have one cell phone, but I know 3 other people that want to be in business of owning a car dealership. And guess what? Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but sometime down the line, we're going to build a relationship, and then we're going to open up a business where we're going to have a car dealership. That is what the purpose of it being a 10X goal is, to have a fantasy, to have something like I was telling my wife, talk to me dirty, please. Give it to me, baby. Talk to me dirty. Tell me what is it that you want in life. I want a house. Oh man, you're speaking my language. What else do you want? It's about having those fantasies. It's really about having those fantasies with you. If you have a spouse, if you're married, if you're thinking about getting into marriage, if you're thinking about maybe getting into a relationship, you don't have to be married. You don't have to be in a relationship, by the way. But it's just really putting yourself out of that comfort zone, stepping out of that box and saying to yourself, great, this is uncomfortable. I don't believe I can do this. No matter what, you are right in the space where you need to be at that specific moment, because God, the universe, whatever you believe in, put you in that specific moment. But guess what? It's not about achieving the goal. It's about who you become in that process. It's about who you become in the process of achieving the goal. Because guess what? Even if you don't achieve that goal, okay, you're still a better person than you were when you first started that. And a lot of people get discouraged because of the fact that they couldn't achieve the goal. They couldn't make it here. Okay, a lot of people get depressed. Okay, they get into depression, but it's not about that. It's about understanding that I'm a better person than I was just 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And it's about the journey, the people that I touched, in the process that I became a better individual. This is what really setting up a goal is all about. Okay, setting up a goal is not achieving the goal. It's about who you become in the process of achieving the goal. And that's really what I want you to be present to. So it's not about how can I get, if I hear, how can I get that? No, this is not about that. If you thought this was the channel, or you thought this was the video on how to achieve a goal, it's not about how you're gonna get that. Again, it's about why you want to get there. You got to dig in. If your why is not deep enough and it's not burning inside of you and it's not making you cry, then your why is not big enough. And I suggest, my challenge to you is that you dig in deeper. You find out for yourself what's your really why. Why is it that you want to do it? Okay, why? And then eventually, what is it that I need to do? And then in the process, guess what? I'm going to figure it out how am I going to do it, because that's why we named this channel Through Failure and Success, because you're going to figure out the why, what do you need to do, and then eventually the how, and then you're going to find yourself like, oh man, that didn't work. Damn it, I failed. No, it's not a failing. I just learned. Okay, great, I got to do it again. And then you go, and then you go, and then you go. But it's really not a one-time thing. It's a life event. If I can get through you, if I can really share this message, and I think if I can really focus on that, I did my job. I did my job in just giving you the values. I just need you to be present to the fact that it's not about achieving the goal. It's about the individual that's going to achieve the goal. It's about the person that you become in the process of achieving the goal. And that's what I wanted you to do. So again, we touch ABC goals, okay? A will be achievable goal, something that you know you can get, okay? B is gonna be a believable goal, okay? Something that you believe that you can do. And then number C is gonna be a C-type goal, okay? Think of it like a 10x rule, okay? 10 times harder that I know I believe I can get it done. So you got the achievable, you got the believable, and then you got the C type of goal, okay? This is gonna be the fantasy goal. This is gonna be a commitment, a committable goal, okay? That's what it's called. Achievable, believable, committable, because it's gonna require from me to be committed and to actually just put my head down and then just really focusing on what my ultimate goal is gonna be and why is it that I'm really after it, because that why is gonna push it to go even harder. With that being said, the name of the channel is Through Failure and Success. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider liking the video, consider subscribing to the channel. And we believe that there's valuable content in all of our videos, with myself and my team that we bring out to you. But I just wanted to answer the question that was asked just recently. And so I just want to bring it out to you because that was a very, very good question that was asked by one of our followers, one of our subscribers who is just dealing with, just how can I achieve a goal? I hope that I was able to answer your question, but this is what it's really all about. With that being said, we will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.